What's up, it's Roy here. So today I have the Google Pixel 7 here in front of you. So in this video, like I do with all my unboxing videos, I'm gonna show you the box, I'm gonna show you what comes inside the box, show you the phone up close and personal, and then once I start to get it booted up, if there's anything I think that might be worthwhile showing you in this video, I will. And then once I have it booted up, we'll talk about some of the basic specs and just my overall first impressions of the phone. So let's go ahead and take a peek at the actual box. So it looks very similar to all the other Google Pixel boxes, right? So very slim white box, has a picture of the device there. And then of course it says Pixel 7 with the Google G there. On this side, it just says Google. On this side, it says Pixel 7. And at the top, we do have the Google logo. And then on the back, just some of the basics about the device. And then of course, Team Pixel there. And then of course at the bottom, all the IMEI and all that fun stuff. So just like I try to do with my unboxing videos, if I can, I do not break the seal until I can actually share this experience with y'all. So I've deliberately stayed away from looking at Pixel 7s in person. So even when I went and got this at T-Mobile today, I did not go up to the Pixel 7s. I saw it from afar, but did not hold it in my hands. So let me get a knife real quick and let's get this cut open. All right, so got a razor blade here. So let's go ahead and cut one. Cut two. All right. A little shake. All right. All right, so there is the phone. So I'll put that to the side real quick. So inside the packaging, it looks like we get kind of the standard of what we're usually used to getting with the Pixel lately. So we have a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. It looks like we have the USB-C to Type A little dongle for data transfer and whatnot. So that's kind of nice that they still provide that. And then we do have this little booklet here, which from a review video that I saw, I think it said it was 140 pages, which I don't know if that's true. Definitely not 140 pages, but yeah, so it has that. And then our little SIM card ejector tool here. So has that, which I believe it does have an eSIM as well, just FYI for those folks. Mainly just because since I have a iPhone 14 Pro, I really wanted to make sure that was the case. So I knew if I needed to, like, you know, call T-Mobile and transfer over the eSIM, but whatever. So here is the phone. So we have the little covering here. So as you can see, it looks like we got a fingerprint scanner logo, the SIM card tray there, and then of course the power and volume up and down and USB-C there. So let's go ahead and peel this off. And voila. So pretty nice, guys. I'm not going to lie. So really, so far, I like the look of it much better than the Pixel 6. It's smaller, so we have a 6.3 inch Full HD plus OLED display. So it's a little bit smaller than the Pixel 6, which if you saw my videos about the Pixel 6, that was one of my biggest gripes about the phone, was that it was the smallest Pixel, but still probably the biggest phone that I owned at that moment. But just holding it in the hand for the first time, very lightweight, even though I believe it's around 197 grams, but it does not feel heavy at all in the hand. And then this is the first look of the actual new camera bump here. So definitely a lot more refined than the previous Pixel 6. So this one's more of a matte aluminum type of finish here. And I really like how the sides bleed in to the camera bump here, or the camera bump, I should say, excuse me, bleeds into the sides. So it feels a lot more thoughtful with the design of this new camera bump there. So really like that. And then of course you got that recognizable pill shape there. So there is no guessing where the cameras are. So we have the wide and the ultra wide angle lens there. We have our flash there. It isn't two-tone like the previous models, so the obsidian black is the same. So we do not get the different color at the top like we did with the Pixel 6, which is okay. Because in reality, most people are going to have a case on the phone anyways, and you're not really going to be able to see that unless you had a completely clear back. And then the Google G is there as well, which it's nicely camouflaged in there. So pretty good looking back there. Really like the back. Now the sides, we have once again a matte finish side, which is really nice. I really like that. And also I can kind of feel like this little sharp edge right here where the back goes into the side here. And even right there as well, like on the side where the screen is, it does feel a little bit sharp. To be determined if that's going to bug me or not, but usually if I have a case on, you're not really going to notice those. But just something to point out if you are bold enough to rock it without a case. Now we do have our volume up and down and power buttons here. They are a little bit shinier than the actual matte finish here. So I kind of miss the days when Google would do the pop of color with the, you know, like orange or white power button, but those are kind of the days of the past, unfortunately. But once again, that is right here. And as I'm holding the phone, it does feel pretty decently raised. So that's not bad at all. And then moving to the bottom here, you can see that we do have our USB-C charging port and our speakers with an antenna band right there in the middle. And then moving to the side here, nothing going on really, except we do have our SIM card ejector tray there. And then once again, looks like 1, 2, 3 antenna bands on this side. And then here at the top, just one antenna band and then a microphone as well. And then that's the look top down, so that way you can kind of see the camera bump or lack thereof. It's actually not that thick, so pretty anxious to see when I do my wobble test. And then with the front, it is a flat screen, like I said. So let's go ahead and get it powered on. We got some juice, so we'll get this going here. Obviously you can see that there is a hole punch camera there, which houses a 10 megapixel selfie camera. I believe it is a newer camera as well, so that is nice. And then of course on the back, since we're talking about cameras, we have the 50 megapixel wide angle and then a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle. And obviously with the new Tensor G2 chip, there's a lot of magic going on with these cameras. But let's get this booted up real quick. And as I go through the process, if there's anything that I notice that's new, so for example, when I get to the face unlock portion, I will bring it back up and show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm here at the point of the setting up the fingerprint unlock here. So a little bit different look than the previous. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. So as you can see, we have a bigger sensor area right here. So I'm literally just going to put my, oh geez, way bigger actually. So I don't know if that's actually the whole entire area, so to be determined with my testing. But so far, very nice haptic feedback as I'm putting my finger on here. It's telling me to change the position, which obviously that's kind of one of those things where, you know, depending on where you're hitting the fingerprint at. It is an optical fingerprint scanner, just FYI. It's not a ultrasonic like the Samsungs of the world. So is it as secure as Samsung? No, but doing this is definitely better and more secure than the face unlock, but I am glad that they did add face unlock. So hopefully that's next. So let me add my other fingerprint. I'll be right back. Okay, and like I thought, set up the face unlock was next. So as you can see here, it says use your face to unlock your phone. Keep in mind, if you normally wear eyeglasses, you can wear them during the setup, which I don't, so I'm not going to be too concerned about that. One thing to remember about this face unlock is that it is just a single camera. It's not like Face ID or anything like that. So you're definitely going to need some light to be able to see your face. So in darker conditions, especially outside at nighttime, it might not be the best. So definitely make sure you have your fingerprint scanner kind of set up. Now let's see here, it says how to set up face unlock on the next screen. Hold your phone eye level. Now I'm going to try to do that in the video. Keep in mind, I do have this pole here in front of me that's holding up my camera, so hopefully we're able to see something. So as you can see in the video there, that's kind of the look there. But I'm going to put my face in it real quick. It's asking me to tilt my head up. And then once I did it, there it goes, says it looks good. So I'm gonna finish up the setup real quick. We'll be right back. Okay, so got the phone turned on. It's still setting up. This isn't normally how I would have my phone screen set up, but just for video purposes, just wanted to kind of show you just the screen and everything real quick. So as far as the display goes, we have a 90 hertz refresh rate, which is awesome. That's one thing that I wish like the Pixel 6a, for example, had, since it was stuck at 60 hertz, because that would have been a perfect phone in my opinion if it had a higher refresh rate. But having that buttery smoothness with 90 hertz is awesome. Now I will give you one quick little pro tip, for me at least, that I love to do with my phones when I get them set up, is actually going into the settings and then going down to the about phone and scrolling all the way down to the build number and just double tapping that so many times, and then going in and putting in your passcode, and then basically unlocking the developer options on here. Because one thing that I'm a big fan of with the developer options is being able to go in and change a few settings. Which for video, I'm going to show you the main setting that I always do. And that is going down to the bottom and changing the animation scale, the transition animation scale, and the animator duration scale from 1 to 0.5. And what that's going to do is make your phone feel a little bit more snappier, but still give you the animation so it has just a nice look to it, but just makes it overall just a little bit snappier feeling. So just playing with it, getting it set up. One thing that I'm noticing right off the bat, now granted a lot of smartphones do this when you're setting it up, is it's pretty warm right now. Now granted, a lot of phones, all my phones actually, even the iPhone 14 Pro, when I was setting it up and getting all the apps installed and everything, like for my backups, it did get very warm to the touch. Now, is it like super unbearable and like burning my hands? Absolutely not. But just something to point out, and that's just something I've seen in some of the reviews, is that it does get a little warm to the touch, even when you're charging the device, which that leads me to that next thing, where you are able to charge it at 30 watts with a USB-C charging cable, so you can fast charge it, get about 50% in 30 minutes. You can Qi wireless charge it up to 20 watts. And then of course, reverse power share as well, if you wanted to charge like your Pixel Buds or whatever else on the back. So that is just something to point out. It's about a 4,355 milliamp battery. So everything that I've been watching online says it's getting about 6 to 7 hours of screen on time pretty easily, and that's when they're going to bed with about 30% left, so it could easily surpass 7 hours, it sounds like, with screen on time. Now granted, I'll test that with my testing over the next week or so, but overall, just looking at the screen, as you can see there, that's something that I like. So as you saw that, let me do that again. So right up here you can see the little halo illuminate for the face unlock. So if I place it right on my face, it's showing that it's unlocked by face, and press the icon or unlock icon to open the device, which I can go in the settings and change that, where either I can just immediately go into the device if I wanted to, instead of adding that extra step. Some people prefer that extra step. I don't. I will definitely be changing it. And while we're talking about that, let's see the fingerprint scanner. So much snappier so far, I can tell, versus my Pixel 6. As you can see, I mean, I'm just putting my finger right on it and it's immediately opening with that great animation that it does. So I really like that. So all in all, so far guys, with the initial impressions, it feels like a good Pixel. Like, it just feels like this should have been the Pixel 6. So what I mean by that is it just feels a lot more refined. It just feels like there was more thought put into this like with the camera bump and just all those little things. There's a lot of new great features since it does have the new Tensor chip, which I'm not gonna get lost in the weeds on in this video, mainly just because this is my initial first impressions. So as I'm testing the device, I'll be able to really get a good feel of that Tensor G2 chip and really see with the computational photography and the AI, the main things that I'm really looking forward about this phone are just the basic things that make this smartphone probably one of the best smartphones, just to the simple fact of how useful this phone is. And a phone is a tool for you, and being a tool that's very useful is definitely something that's giving this phone a lot of praise on YouTube and all the reviews I've been reading. So I'm really excited to use this phone and really report back with my findings. So there you have it, guys. If you're looking for an Android device under 600 bucks, then this definitely is a phone I would highly recommend to take a peek at. Now, granted, to each his own, right? Like, I'm a big fan of Pixel devices. So I've just like the simplicity of them. Obviously, Google makes the software for Android, so just getting that simplistic, nice Android 13 software and the pills and just all this, I just really like the Pixel series phones. So there you have it, guys. Keep your eyes out for more videos to come. I got some cases that I'm going to be doing some reviews on, so once again, keep your eyes out for those. So hit that like button if you like this video. If you loved it, please subscribe, ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless, we'll see you on the next one.